Hi everybody. I'm home taking a break from the hospital. Yesterday, I'm going to delete the video I just made yesterday night because I was a little frantic when I made it. And I've had no views or comments, so I'm just going to delete it. And this is the new one. Yesterday, Mom became non-responsive. Couldn't wake her up for anything. She has something called regional pain deflex something. And it's kind of in keeping with phantom pains from amputated people's extremities that they've had amputated. Something like that. So she has, when she's super cold, when something's uncomfortable, she relates that to being hurt, pain. When she was non-responsive, I know that it's very uncomfortable for people to grab her ankles. I grabbed her ankle. She woke up shouting in pain and went right back to sleep. I didn't hurt her. No bruising, no nothing you wouldn't do if you were just moving a stranger out of your way if you were in a crowd. Didn't hurt her. But that's how she responded to it. But she wouldn't wake up. She didn't wake up for me. She didn't wake up for the visiting occupational therapist that was there. Physical therapist. I forgot which one was here. She didn't wake up to the officer that responded to my 911. She didn't wake up to the paramedics when they came. She didn't wake up for the hospital staff in the ER. She didn't wake up for my brother who met them at the hospital. I have some other responsibilities I wasn't able to leave right that minute. She didn't wake up. So I was there. My brother left. And about, I want to say an hour, 2 hours, I can't remember. I wrote it down somewhere, but I can't remember. She turned her head to me and she said, "Pam, help me with this pillow. Put it under my neck, please." I was so happy to hear her voice. I was happy she was making coherent and full sentences. I was happy she wasn't going, "Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, 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 that hurts," because that's what she was doing. Let me back up a little bit about paramedics. Mom had surgery and does not have a socket in her left shoulder. Oh, wow, the color just went nuts. I'm all in red. I know my room's orange, but boy, that's bad. Ah, there we go. That's better. I was at red, now I'm yellow. I look very jaundiced. I'm sorry. I did not paint my room. My son painted my room. My grandson. I just haven't changed the color. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The paramedic shook her by her shoulder to see if he could get her to respond. Yeah, she screamed. She screamed very loud. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think they registered in her brain because everything hurt her after that. I mean everything. They put the little stickers on to do the EEG, and every little sticker that went on, now we're talking about less than a Band-Aid, she screamed in pain. I was like, great, I hope this is not going to be the norm, because that'd be horrible. To think that every time I touched her, she thought I was causing her pain. Well, after she asked me to fix her pillow, she came around. It was slow. 4 hours into it, she was finally normal. I want to say she was a little euphoric, which was weird. Almost childlike in her joking. Not much, but so much better than being non-responsive. I got her settled. She went to bed. I came home. She had a good night. But here's the thing. After I got her settled and I was leaving, I was talking to her night nurse, whom I have to apologize to. I have to big time apologize to. She said, sometimes this happens with Alzheimer's patients. Never heard of such a thing. Never, ever heard of such a thing. In my defense, it's a very long day. Takes a lot out of me. I have some physical things too. And I went at her, blew her off. I said, never heard of that. I don't think you're right. Yeah, she was right. One of the things that aren't told to you, and here comes the color thing again. Sorry. Oh, I actually look better. There's no wrinkles. Oh. There is such a thing as non-responsiveness in Alzheimer's patients. Although it's not every Alzheimer patient. Everyone's different. Just like everyone gets the cold and they act different and last different and have different symptoms. It's the same thing. Everyone's unique, and their bodies handle things differently. I can't find any links for me to find a medical definitive answer that it's Alzheimer's. That is, let me back up, that it's the non-responsiveness as a symptom to Alzheimer's. I'm looking for that. I joined a Facebook group that deals with Alzheimer's and dementia. And I've got a question out there that if anyone has links that can give me something more to look at, something more informative, I would greatly appreciate it. If you can leave that in the comments down here, I would greatly appreciate it. I don't think I posted on Facebook more than a half an hour, and there was already people telling me stories of their loved ones having had same type of things happen. So, here's a new one for you, and I hope that you're informed ahead of time so it's not something new to you. One lady had said that, oh my gosh, something else to worry about. And I want to say this. If you are knowledgeable and you know you are doing the best care you can for your loved one, don't worry. I left a little note saying you can only do one thing at a time. You can only take one thing at a time and deal with it. Do your utmost best, and that's all that can be asked of you. So I will be asking the doctor this question. This is a big question because evidently this happens and it might happen again. If she is home and it happens again, doctor, if she is home and it happens again, at what time period should I, providing she's breathing well, her heart rate's well, and her blood pressure's well, at what point, what time frame is it that I should be concerned and getting her to the ER? Now, some of the stories I've heard, within half an hour they're awake and talking normally. 2 hours they're awake, talking normally. Well, yesterday was 4 hours. 4.5. So, I need to have that information for me to make the correct decision for her care, for her best of her care. So, I will leave you with this funny. Nurse comes in. How are you doing today, Miss Mom? With my fingers. No, how are you feeling? With my fingers. How are you feeling? I need to know how you're feeling. With my fingers. Me? Mom. It was funny the first time, but it's not funny if you keep saying it, especially when they're trying to find out exactly how you are so that they can take care of you. Mom, what was the question? The nurse, how are you feeling today? With my fingers. I'm sorry. I find it so funny. Because she doesn't mean it. She doesn't mean it. It's just funny. Don't ever laugh at them, in front of them. Just smile, nod. Try to bring them back around to what's going on. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. I'll give you an update as soon as I know anything else. Blessing to you and yours. Bye.